Our topic today is decompressing fear and frustration, and that also includes anger and stress and all of those things that we tend to hold inside when we feel we don't have control over what's going on in our lives, in our world, in you name it, our relationships. And right now there's I think a pretty big feeling that we don't have a lot of control over what's going on in our world, and things are changing very rapidly before our eyes. And there is a tendency to like take that deep breath and hold it in, because what can you do? The anger builds, the frustration builds, the fears build, and they like form a pressure inside. We become like a pressure cooker where the steam is building up inside. And if we don't open up that spout at the top and let some of that steam out in a healthy way, it can really take a toll on our physical bodies. It can wreak havoc on our physical health, our mental health, our emotional health, and then spread into every other aspect of our lives, into our work, into our relationships, into all of the things that we truly do care about. And now is, it's a natural thing to have these responses, these physical and emotional responses within our bodies. And it's also a time for us to really get clear on what is important to us, what we most care about, and really tap into those strengths, as we've been doing in our meditation and healing circles over the past month or so. I don't know, but that's it's one of those things we do a lot, is really tapping into what is your truth. How can you access in the depths of your being your core strength and bring that forward and be who you are here to be in the world, all of you, right? I'm going to say again about the puzzle pieces that we talked about last time. It's like, if you imagine the big picture as like, divided into puzzle pieces. If each one of us were a puzzle piece and we showed up with only half of ourselves, with only half of our colors showing, with only half of our shapes really filled out, it would not make a complete picture, right? We wouldn't be able to fit the whole puzzle together and see the big picture of what is being created. So it really does take each of us showing up in our fullness, completely filled out with all of our odd shapes and appendages and everything else, as well as our core with all of our colors shining vibrant and showing the uniqueness, because no two puzzle pieces are alike, the uniqueness of the puzzle pieces all coming together to fit into place so that we have a comprehensive big picture. And so now is not the time to shrink. Now is not the time to conform. Now is not the time to hide. It is the time to really reach inside and tap into those places inside yourself, be the fullness of yourself, the uniqueness of yourself, bring it to the big picture. Let's see what this whole thing is really about. So today in this meditation and healing circle, I'm going to go over seven different things that we can do, practices that we can do to tap into those places that get like sucked in and held in, because we don't want to be angry people. We don't want to, a lot of times we fear anger of what might happen if we really let it show. Other times we spin, right? We spin, we loop. We call our friends and we talk and talk and talk, and we spin in the same stories over and over again. And it can be helpful in the moment, but is it really moving the energy we need to move so that we are making progress within ourselves, right? Or are we looping? Are we just, spinning in time? And so, like what are the things that we're doing? We're going to talk about 7 things that we can do to actually move the energy and to help us like have clarity and be more embodied, so that we can see things more clearly, make clearer decisions, and feel better within our own skin, right? And when we feel better within our own skin, we're going to have healthier bodies, healthier relationships. We're going to have clarity on what we want to do and how we want to act, who we're here to be. All right, so the first thing of that is our meditation. Let's come into our meditation and healing circle. Let's come into our circle sitting side by side, shoulder to shoulder, elbow to elbow, knee to knee, coming together as one. And first, let's practice this meditation. This is one of them, one of the 7. So let's bring everything, all of the parts of yourself to face forward, facing into the center of our circle. Imagine us like a big wheel, the perimeter of the wheel, and in the center of the circle is the hub, where all of the spokes from the wheel meet at the center of the hub. And let your focus and your energy and your attention like run along that spoke and meet at the center. So your eyes, your ears, your nose, your mouth, everything facing toward that center hub. And bring your throat facing toward that center hub. Bring your heart center facing toward that center hub. Your solar plexus, your rib cage facing toward the center hub. Your belly, that hara, that ball of energy at the front of your belly space, bring that to face toward the center hub. And your hips, moving forward toward the center hub. Bringing everything to face toward the center. All of the parts of yourself together facing the same direction. And together let's call on our source. In the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate, we call on you. We ask you to send your essence of your pure divine light. Just imagine, feel this pure divine light streaming into the center of our circle. And all of the parts of you are facing this pure divine light. And just imagine yourself breathing in rhythm with the pulsation of this pure divine light as it's right in front of you. And as this light expands and radiates from the center, just feel it fall upon your skin, filling all of your senses in every way with this pure divine light. Let it absorb through your pores into your skin and travel through your nervous system. The light is cleansing and it's purifying. It is illuminating. Let it travel all the way through your nervous system, cleansing, purifying, and illuminating. Illuminating your pathways that align with the core laws of nature that govern your well-being in your physical body, in your integration of spirit in your physical body. Just let it travel along those pathways, connecting you electrically, energetically, connecting your circuitry. Filling your entire being with pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Filling your whole being. And with every inhale, draw that in to the center of your body. And with every exhale, just drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. And align your vertical core. You can upright your spine. If you feel at the very top of your head, at the crown of your head, you can imagine you have like a string from there that is pulling the top of your head upward and elongating your spine. And let your vertical core, that space in the center of your body, halfway front to back and halfway side to side, just let that align in the center of your body. And as you inhale, draw in all of this light. into this vertical core. And as you exhale, let your entire being drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, sit into your hips. Feel that core light at your center. And let this core light be like the filament at the center of a light bulb. The electricity runs along that filament at the center of the light bulb. And the more electricity, or the more intense that electricity runs along that filament, the brighter the light gets and the further it radiates out, right? So be with this core light along your center filament, letting it get brighter from within. On that note, all of the parts of yourself that may be drifting outside of your body, inhale and draw those into this vertical core. And exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, and really let your conscious body lean into this vertical core and feel the electricity that runs along your vertical core through the top of your head, running through the center of your body, halfway front to back, halfway side to side, all the way through the center of your body. And let your conscious body lean into that vertical core and feel that vibration. Just be immersed in that vibration of pure divine light. Let it resonate through your consciousness, cleansing, purifying, and illuminating all of your being with pure divine light. And now let's turn the heart center, the face toward the center of the circle, and imagine your heart center like a funnel. And together we call on our source in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you. We ask you to send your essence of unconditional love. Just imagine this pure, unconditional love streaming like gentle waterfall into the center of our circle, and let that funnel of your heart space just lift up and receive. Receive that unconditional love as it pours into the center of your heart. And let your heart funnel be like a breathing portal. And with each breath, inhale and draw that unconditional love as deep as you can into the depths of your heart center, your heart space. If you need to give a gentle massage or a firm massage around the center of your chest to help to loosen up any of the tension there, you can do that. You can give some tapping up or massage up under your collarbones all the way to your heart center, and some gentle feathering down the sides of your neck from like the bottom of your ear down the sides of your neck to your collarbone to help to open up that throat space and that lymph drainage in that space, releasing the stagnation. And take a deep breath, inhaling that pure divine light in through your heart center and that unconditional love in through your heart center, and let it travel in through your heart and pour all the way into your vertical core, pouring that pure unconditional love into your vertical core. And as you exhale, if you feel any of that, like scooping up that tension and that clutter, just blow that out with your breath. And you've got your source, that representation of your source, that pure divine light right in front of you. Just give all of that tension over to your source, who is bigger and more comprehensive than anything that we carry in it. Well, excuse me there, any of this that we are releasing from our beings. And yes, the only reason I hesitate there is because the breath that breathes you is the breath of your source. The light that guides you is the light of your source. It is within you. You are not separate from your source, but you're a human being and you've got all this clutter on top of that pure light and that unconditional love inside of you, the breath of the life force energy that breathes you. So as we release, we are releasing that which covers over and keeps us from recognizing and feeling and living that pure light and breath that is within us, that breathes us, that gives us guidance and consciousness in our physical form. Without that, we have no life in these bodies. We have no breath. We have no consciousness. We have no thought. We have no love. So that is within you, and what we are exhaling is that which covers it over and creates the tension and constriction within our bodies, in our minds, and our hearts. So as you inhale, inhale in that pure, unconditional love into the depths of your heart. And as you exhale, exhale out any of that tension. Inhale in that unconditional love and pure divine light all the way as deep as you can through your heart center and into that vertical core. And as you exhale, just blow out the tension, blow out the stress. And again, breathe all the parts of yourself all the way into your vertical core, that center filament along the center of your light bulb, and let it radiate with pure divine light and unconditional love. And as you exhale, drop down and land into your pelvic bowl, leaning into that vertical core, letting that vertical core radiate with pure divine light and unconditional love along your center, letting your conscious body just immerse into that radiation of pure divine light and unconditional love, absorbing that vibration of pure divine light and unconditional love into every cell of every fiber of your being, letting your whole conscious body radiate with that light and that love. And now we call on our source again in the name of the one most merciful, ever compassionate. We call on you, we ask you to send your essence of eternal compassion. And this compassion is the compassion that fills the entire space of our existence. And let your entire space all around you, in front of you, and all around you be this ocean of eternal compassion. And let yourself be suspended in this ocean of compassion. Let yourself be held. Let yourself be loved. Let yourself be protected and accepted and cherished exactly as you are. Just feel yourself held in this embrace of this eternal compassion. Eternal just means it extends beyond the time and space realm into the eternity and into the eternity that is contained within the very core of your existence. The eternal being that you are at your core. Let yourself be held as this light and this love runs along your center, and let your whole body be like a sponge and absorb this ocean of compassion through every cell of every fiber of your body all the way into this vertical core. And just let your whole conscious body immerse into that vertical core, vibrating with this pure divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion, held in this ocean of compassion. Bring all of your energy into this vertical core. Exhale, drop, land into your pelvic bowl. Let your conscious body just immerse into this vertical core filled with pure divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion, and with your exhale, blowing out anything anything that wants to release, any of the clutter, the tension, and let yourself be in the light and the love and the compassion of your own core being. And breathe in that space. This meditation is one that you can return to anytime, one that you can do for yourself. Just call on that pure divine light, unconditional love, eternal compassion. Breathe all the parts of yourself into this vertical core. Drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. Let your entire being immerse in light, love, and compassion. And this breathing into your vertical core, it brings all the parts of yourself that can get really scattered when it gets like pulled in this direction and that direction. And there's so much of that chaotic energy that's running through our world right now, especially here in the United States, but like pulling you this way, pulling you that way, right? You can't keep up with all the things that are going on, and there's some intention around that. So bring yourself, like disconnect from all of the things pulling you in all those directions. Bring yourself back to center. Bring yourself back to center. Land into your pelvic bowl. Engage those lower abdominal muscles right there at the center of gravity of your pelvic bowl, about 4 fingers width beneath your belly button and halfway front to back, halfway side to side in your pelvic bowl. That is your center of gravity. That is the place where when you move from that place, you're going to have more balance, stability, energy, and that is going to keep you centered and grounded. So again, draw all of your energy into that vertical core filled with pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion. Drop down, land into your pelvic bowl, engage those abdominal muscles. Let that be your source of like your life force energy, your creative life force energy right there at that sacral center, and that stability and strength in your physical body. Connecting in with that. Okay, the second thing I want to talk to you about is breathing into the diaphragm, and your organ that is most associated with anger is your liver, which sits right under your diaphragm. I'm talking about the middle diaphragm at the bottom of your rib cage, right? You've got this like a upside down bowl there, right? It's like forms like an egg shape with your lower pelvic, with your pelvic bowl, right? And it's like the top of the pelvic bowl. It's kind of like the top of an egg shape there. And it's a muscle that separates your lungs from your digestive organs and your liver, spleen, pancreas, all of that, in your stomach. And your solar plexus, that bundle of nerves that runs through the center, right? That whole space, when we get frightened or angry, that whole space can just tense up and knot up. And it makes our breath more shallow, right? So we're like not oxygenating properly. And that whole area gets knotted up. So as our second practice, let's take some breaths into the diaphragm. And so you're taking deep breaths, and as best you can, relax that area at the bottom of the rib cage. And as you inhale, let your lungs really expand and push that diaphragm down. Let your belly space relax so that your belly space is like moving out. Your belly space is getting bigger. Your diaphragm is moving down. And then as you exhale, just let everything come into, as best it can, a relaxed space. So again, you're using your breath to kind of scoop up the tension and blow it out with your exhale. Let's first take that breath. It's like a diaphragmatic breath, breathing into the diaphragm. And as you do, right, as you inhale, right, it creates more space in your physical body. It stretches out your tissues. So let that space be kind of stretched out and open up the space underneath your diaphragm. Like creating more space for around your liver, and around your stomach, in your spleen and your pancreas and all of that space, your intestines that are all right under that diaphragm. You're giving them a gentle massage with your breath and creating space in that area. And so when you feel the tension there, just let your breath kind of scoop that tension up and blow it out. And as you exhale, just release. If you feel any tensions, any emotions coming up, again, just kind of scoop them up and release them with your exhale. Blow them out. Blow them out. If you want to make a sound with that, welcome to make a sound with that as well. Letting that out. Vocalizing is going to be our third thing there. So let's take a couple more minutes or another minute with the breathing into the diaphragm and the belly space. Creating space, right? It's kind of like that which is tight and tensed up. As you inhale, you're creating space. And as you exhale, instead of having it go back to that tight space, just let it come into a relaxing, as much as possible, a state of relaxation where it can return to its natural shape and rhythm. Inhale. Let all of that expand, open up that space. Exhale, blow out the tension. And when you blow out the tension and exhale, let this physical space in your body return to a relaxed state. Let it relax. Let it release. And now if you want to add a sound, I'll tell you a story. One of my nephews, when I first moved in with my dad and really got to know him, I got to know my nephew, kind of got to know my dad again too. But he was 5 years old and he was really having a rough time at home and had a lot of anger issues and was really acting out. And he would come over and hang out with me sometimes and recognize his anger. And one time we just looked at each other and we talked about the anger and we talked about, what are some options as to ways that you can like process these emotions that he was experiencing as these things that were totally out of his control and yes, hurtful to him were going on, right? So acknowledging that. And we held our hands tight together, like we grasped hands and held tight together. And as we did, we just looked at each other, and this was our plan. Just took a deep breath in, and as we exhaled, just, and I'm not doing it as loud as we did at the time, just really letting that release, letting that anger and frustration. And we looked at each other holding hands and just like kept going, kept letting it out and screaming together until it was like released and we looked at each other and we just started laughing and we fell on the floor rolling, laughing. And it was it was such a time. And this is where we really, really started embracing decompression, right? Sometimes you just got to decompress often. And the more kind of frustration and out of control kind of situation that you're in, the more often you might need to do it. So through the meditation, through the breath, and yes, through the just, and if you're in a place where you can do that now and just, imagine yourself, you've got your whole unseen support team right in front of you. You've got your source, you've got your angels, prophets, saints, perfected ones, healers, helpers, guides, teachers. You've got your whole unseen support team. And if you have someone in your physical space that's willing to do this with you, do it with them. And just with that intention, right? Calling on your unseen support team saying, I gotta get I gotta let this go. I need your help. Take it from me, please. Take it, release it, transmute it. Do what you know in your highest wisdom to do with it, what I can't see right now, right? And just like imagine you're holding the hands of your angels, of your support team, or of your good friends, and just and you can do it whatever volume you want, whatever feels safe and available to you in the moment. You can scream into a pillow, or you can just, if it doesn't feel safe for you to do that, just make some grunt sounds like some, just like letting that release, or, grunting, growling, whatever feels is going to loosen that up for you. A lot of times, one of the things that gets stifled is the throat. And so it's really hard to make any kind of sounds. You can give that like tapping along your throat space, that feathering down your throat space, and just whatever sound you can make, just uh, whatever, just to get a little bit of vocalization, right? When you get a little vocalization, it vibrates, right? It creates vibration in those tissues that feel stuck and frozen. So also starts to loosen up the jaw a bit, which is another place where we hold a lot of tension. So just take a minute for that. Just whatever feels safe for you and comfortable for you. And it might not feel comfortable, and sometimes you kind of got to like bust through that wall, and then it will feel so much better. But do it again with calling on your source, your unseen support team, getting their help and their support, and asking that, just making the intention that this is releasing, and it is releasing into the light where it can be transmuted and taken care of in the highest way. And releasing, whether it's the and I tell you what, it is fun to do it with a friend, because when you finally get to that bottom where it's finished coming out, and you can look at each other and smile and laugh and roll on the floor as I've been able to do with my nephew, it's like it is so freeing. And laughter, again, is one of the best medicines. I didn't put comedy on here, but it's definitely one of the best medicines. But the important thing is to get it out of your body. Whatever is held up in your body, get it out of your body, let it loosen up. So first thing was the meditation. Second thing, breathing into the diaphragm and opening up the space in the liver and the stomach, spleen, pancreas, gallbladder, intestines, all of that. Just letting that have space, exhaling out the tension and letting it return to a relaxed position, a natural state. And then that vocalization, right, which helps to open up the throat and the jaw and the upper chest. And it also really can release a lot of that held up frustration. Okay, now let's take a breath, return to center, inhale all of your energy into that center filament along your vertical core. Exhale, drop into your pelvic bowl. Feel yourself anchored into that center of gravity, and lean into that vertical core, upright your spine, lean into that vertical core. Okay, our fourth thing that we're going to do is this will be a little more vocalization for getting into your body. We've done this before, but it's really helpful. And so we're going to do the 8 sounds that take us from the sounds at the crown to the head, the throat, the upper chest, the diaphragm area, the belly, and the pelvic bowl. Okay, so we're going to do a series of 8 sounds, and you can sound them along with me. The first one is the E sound, and that's like right up here at the top of your crown. So you can put your hands up there if you wish. Do some tapping at the top of your head. Put your hands over your crown and make that E, and feel your presence there. E. And then we'll go to the next sound is the N sound, like the nasal N. N as in nasal, as in Nancy, as in noon. And we're gonna and feel how your tongue kind of cups your upper palate and creates this vibration between your tongue and your upper palate, and that resonates above your upper palate into the center of your head. Mm, and feel that place where you just opened up in your crown, now connecting down with the very center of your head space above your upper palate. Mm, bringing you down into your head space. And the next one is the L sound. L as in Lima, as in lollipop. Oh, and when you make the L sound, like the tip of your tongue, the front of your tongue touches your upper palate, the sides kind of fall down, and you feel that resonating your all the way down your tongue, which goes all the way into your throat. So let this vibration now bring that vibration, the vibrating into your throat, from your upper palate into your throat, and let that draw your energy down into your throat space. If you want to put a smile on your face, it's helpful too. Helps to open things up and let your energy now you're from the top of your head through the center of your head space and into your throat. And the next sound is the R sound. It's kind of the opposite of the L, because now the sides of your tongue are up touching the upper palate on the insides of your teeth, and the front of your tongue is down, but it brings that vibration down into your upper chest. So as you make that R sound, R as in Richie, my nephew's name, feel that vibration up in your upper chest, and just like feel, imagine this going along your vertical core, this vibration, because it is going along your vertical core from the E, mm, O. Now you're in your chest, bringing your energy down along your vertical core into your chest. And the next one is ah. Now that goes a little bit deeper into your chest. Ah, into your heart space. Ah, and let that even resonate back, like through that vertical core and into the back of your heart space as well. Ah, really filling your whole chest with that vibration. Ah, and a big breath. And the next one is the M sound, as in Mighty Mouse. And that one resonates along that diaphragm area where we were just breathing into. So bring that let it bring you all the way down into the top of your belly space. Mm, feel this vibration, right? Sound is a vibration. It's created from vibration. So as you create the sound, feel the vibration and let it draw you in deeper down into your body. It went from your crown to your head space, to your throat space, your upper chest, your full chest, your diaphragm and upper belly space. Mm. And the next sound is the O. Direct that vibration into the big, like that egg shape we were talking about earlier in your belly, from your pelvic bowl to your diaphragm. O, making the O sound. O, resonating in your belly and bringing your energy down into your belly space. Oh, and big breath. And the next one is the ooh sound. And let that one resonate all the way into your pelvic floor. Ooh. And a big inhale, draw all of your energy into your vertical core again. Exhale, drop down into that pelvic bowl. We'll do it one more time. E at your crown, the E sound, E up at your crown, E, and then bringing your energy down into your head space with the N as in nasal, and then the L sound as in Lucy, oh, into your throat, oh, then the up into your upper chest, the R sound, R. And then the fullness of your chest, the ah, let it resonate all the way into the back of your heart. Ah, then the M, as in Mighty Mouse, into your upper diaphragm, your mid diaphragm, and your upper belly space. Mm, then the O at the belly space. O with your whole belly space. O, and then the ooh into your pelvic floor. Ooh. Let's do that one more time. 3 is always a good number. Okay, starting again at your crown. E. And then moving into your head space with the nasal moving into your throat with the R sound. I'm sorry, did I skip the L? The throat is the L sound. Oh, the L sound as in Lucy. Oh, and then the R sound. That's in your upper chest. Then the all the way into the back of your heart, filling your whole chest space. Ah, and then the M as in Mighty Mouse. Into this diaphragm in the upper belly space. Then the O filling your full belly space. O, and then the ooh with the ooh into your pelvic floor. And again, as you inhale, draw all of your energy into your vertical core. Exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. Let your conscious body fill this vertical core of your body and resonate with the pure divine light and unconditional love and eternal compassion that is within you. Okay, so we did the introduction meditation. We did the meditation with the pure divine light, unconditional love, and eternal compassion within. And we did the breath, breathing into the diaphragm, making space for the liver and the belly and all of the organs there, and exhaling, blowing out the tension that we hold, releasing the tension from that center. Then we did just the grunting, growling, screaming, whatever it is that you are yelling that you need to do to release that energy from your physical body. Then we did the vocalizing, getting yourself into your body, all the way along your vertical core, bringing yourself, if you float it up and out, bringing yourself in and down to fully take up the space inside your vertical core. And again, breathe all of your energy into your vertical core. Exhale, drop down, land into your pelvic bowl. Fill the space of your body. You're going to be able to make the best decisions and calculations and the most sense of things when you are in your vehicle, right? When you are in your vehicle, hands on the steering wheel, when something comes at you, you know which way to turn, right? To react to it. If you're not in your body, it's harder to make those turns, twists and turns with all the things that are going on. Okay, now I'm going to talk about the next three things. One of them is journaling, right? Journaling is just stream of consciousness writing. You can journal, you can just stream of consciousness, just start writing. Today I feel, or right now I feel, blah, blah, blah. And I feel this way because blah, 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 da, 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 and just let it come out. Don't try to censor it. Don't try to stop it. Just let it flow, right? Journaling is another thing. And if you want to do some journaling at the end of this, you're welcome to do that, but journaling is one of the things that can really help. That's our fifth thing. Our sixth thing is exercise, right? Physical activity, whether it's, it can be fun, it can be dancing, it can be biking, running, walking, push-ups, just up against the wall push-ups or your countertops or whatever, just to feel that movement in your physical body, get your juices flowing. Exercise oxygen, it gets more oxygen into your bloodstream, it gets more circulation, clears your lymph, it releases all kinds of wonderful hormones that help us feel better. So just some physical movement to get things moving. It also gets the energy unstuck, the stagnant energies that kind of build, it gets them unstuck. So all of these things are releasing the pressure valve, right? And then the seventh thing, which is very, very important, is because so many of us want to self-soothe with food. And when we're feeling stressed out, we want the junk food that's going to numb us out, that's going to give us the quick sugar high, that's going to, all of those things. So it's very, very important, especially in these times, to no matter where you are or what you are, to eat healthy and clean and keep your body hydrated, right? Food carries vibration and energy, so we want clean foods, we want live foods as much as possible, fresh foods as closest to as possible to the way they come from the earth. Foods that contain natural high water content, your fruits and vegetables, contain their own water content. And that's going to bring hydration into your body and life force energy into your body that is going to, it just wakes you up, helps you to feel more alive. And the things that do the opposite are the foods that are dehydrating, like alcohol and caffeine, and even heavy breads and things like that, can processed foods, because they've lost their water content, their natural water content, and so the body takes it from other places in the body. So stay away from the alcohol and the caffeine and the processed foods. Give it natural foods that contain their own high water content and their own enzymes and nutrients, and keep your body healthy. It's going to help a lot. All right, so I'll recap on those 7 things. The first thing was our meditation. The meditation, if you want your own just 15-minute version of that meditation, you can download that from my website, where anywhere where you sign up for the Community for Conscious Living to receive the reminders and the replays. It does put you on the mailing list to receive the reminders and replays. You get that 15-minute downloadable guided meditation. You can also go back to the beginning of any of these recordings. We always do that intro meditation, or any meditation that you know how to do that helps you to feel grounded and centered. So meditation was number 1, breathing into the diaphragm and the belly space, giving space to the liver and breath, and kind of like stretching out those places that get tensed up. And then as you exhale, releasing the tension, letting them return to their natural place. The third thing was that vocalization, whether it's a grunt or a growl or a scream or yell, whatever you need, just to like release that and let it out, release it and let it out. So these parts of your body can be freed up to again be in their natural rhythm and natural flow and have movement, motion, and circulation. The fourth thing was that series of the 8 sounds that we did from the crown to the pelvic floor, getting you into your body and down and grounded, right? Inhale, draw all of your energy into your vertical core. Exhale, drop down into your pelvic bowl. Live along this vertical core, right? That's your center. Live from this place of being centered and grounded and like at the steering wheel in your vehicle and at the steering wheel. Okay, and then the last 3 things, number 5 was journaling, just stream of consciousness, let it come out, write it, however it wants to come out. The 6th thing, exercise, physical movement, dancing, whatever that is for you, that helps you to move your body, increase your circulation, bring more oxygen in, and release the tension and the stagnation. And the number 7, very important, healthy eating, foods that contain their own high water content, that contain their own high vibrations, their own enzymes, their own nutrients, the phytonutrients that are so good for your body. Stay away from dehydrating foods and foods that fog the brain, the processed foods that fog the brain and, give us those quick fix highs and then crashes. Stay away from those. Keep yourself steady. And I'll add an 8th one, get rest where you can. All right, that is our program for today. I thank you very much for being here today. If you are listening to the recording, I invite you to join us live on Sundays at 10 a.m. U.S. Eastern Time, 7 a.m. U.S. Pacific Time. Find information for joining us live at communityforconsciousliving.com, communityforconsciousliving.com. When you're there, sign up to receive the reminders. Did I just say that? Yes, I did. Sign up to receive the reminders and replays. You get 2 free gifts that you can download. One is the meditation I just talked about. The other one is a 1 sheet that remind us the 10 spiritual principles of our human existence, to remind us who we are, what this earth journey is about, why we're here, help us to keep things in perspective. And then set your reminder on your calendar to join us live on Sundays. All right, and with that, I thank you very much for being here. I appreciate you.